Sport has the power to take the youth out of the streets and away from substance abuse. That's according to the organizers of the Mahikeng Masters League structure in the Northwest. The tournament has 26 teams from youth in nearby villages such as Masutle, Ditakong, Mahogwe and Mabule. Our reporter Refiloe Seboko is tracking the story for us. Refiloe, thanks for making time. I see that there are SAFA representatives there as well.
Well, SAFA, it is a part of this SAFA Nakamudirimulema, of course, and also talking about issues of development and supporting such structures. As earlier on, we were talking to the chairperson of Mahikeng Masters League, indicating that these structures and the teams that they have, it assists a lot in issues of social ills that young people are faced with. But allow me to welcome Gideon Noge. He played for Bloemfontein Celtic, Amazulu, together with Real Rivers, and you have also represented the country in Japan, but this is where it all started for you as well. Thank you so much and welcome to Newzroom Afrika. Take us back, to where it started for you.
It all started at school. I attended school in Mahikeng at St. Mary's High School. And that's where Lomangan Dodgers Football Club, which was campaigning in the Bobsol then, that's where they spotted us, and my interest into football started then.
And how would you say the transformation from then to your journey, like I said, like some of the teams that you played for, to now? How is that transformation from where you were, where it began, and where it is now?
Honestly speaking, when it comes to football development structures, we're still lagging behind because we don't have the resources. We don't have the infrastructure like other top academies around the country and around the world have, which make it easier for us to develop young players better.
But as SAFA Nakamudirimulema, what has been your contribution in assisting such structures and their development in terms of the challenges that they are faced with? We were talking to Solo earlier, it was indicating about issues of challenges of resources, but how is SAFA Nakamudirimulema playing its role in assisting these structures?
Our executive committee has been engaging pertinent stakeholders like the Department of Education, the Department of Sports, to see to it that all stakeholders come together to establish sound structures of development in our region, in particular provincial academy, and have regional academies across the province.
Are you seeing, some of the achievements that you can highlight that you've seen in the structures in Nakamudirimulema and those that are here, the 26 teams? Are there any particular achievements that you can highlight for our viewers that you say that you have been able to reach this much ever since the development of this?
Yes, we recently held under-15 trials in preparation for the under-15 national championships, and we gradually making strides towards, establishing sound structures of development in the region and across the country and across the province.
And I was talking to issues of, social ills and some of the challenges that young people, especially we see that some are young here, but also equally elderly people that are forming part of these structures. But how do you see these, trying to assist or assisting young people in getting out of those social ills and some of the peer pressure that, it's faced by young people in the country or in the Northwest Province?
It's a big challenge. We encountering a lot of social ills amongst our youth, and primarily because they don't have, like I said, the required infrastructure to play football and enjoy it. You can see from the background or in the background that it's predominantly rudimentary facilities that our young players have to play on. And like I said, it makes it very difficult for one to enjoy or even to develop properly.
Are there any stakeholders that are coming on board and trying to make things easy for you, or working together that you are in this with?
Yeah, like I said, our regional executive committee has been prioritizing structures of development in the region, and they have identified, like I said, stakeholders that we want to partner into seeing this academy in the region being successful.
And how do you see that everybody coming on board with other structures, changing things for such structures, and changing the effort to develop and also reach higher heights within the sports or the soccer sector?
As we can, if you can know that in the PSL we have very few players from our area. In the national teams we have very few players, if none at all. In the national teams we need to change that. I think we have players who are equally good as compared to other players around the country that deserve a stake in the national teams in the PSL. But it all comes down to a proper development of those players. We have to have some structures, like I said, which cater for these players. If we can start developing them younger, then it will be easier for them to enjoy football and be willing to want to play at the highest level.
Earlier on, you were also talking about how it becomes more difficult because issues of soccer in schools as well needs to be revisited.
Definitely, we have to go back to Wednesday schools football like we did, and that's how I got identified. I was playing at my school, and teams took note of me when I was playing for my school. I remember it was difficult then, but because we enjoyed it and we had the necessary support from our school, from the government, from our parents, and even our elders. So if all the stakeholders can come together and fight the social ills amongst our youth, then I think we can win it.
Thank you so much for your time, Gideon Noge, Clement, leaving it there. As you can see that just behind us, the games are continuing, and also we understand that in Lumanyaning, there's a stadium also in Lumanyaning, or a pitch similar to this, where there are other teams that are also playing. But all this in relation to Youth Month, and also trying to have developments of soccer in the far-flung areas of the province, some forgotten areas where there is talent, but also young people who feel like there is no support at all, and that's why they are calling on saying all relevant stakeholders and authorities in charge needs to come together in trying to assist that things like soccer in schools need to be revisited, and emphasize that young kids need to start from their young age in terms of building their soccer career or sports in particular. But as we are seeing there on the field, it's the second game now. You understand that there are 3 more teams, or rather 3 more games that still to happen, that are yet to happen up until 6 in the evening today. These games or tournaments that happens every Sunday under the Mahikeng Masters League. We talked to the chairperson earlier to say that they're seeing some impact in terms of trying to improve the lives of young people.
Refiloe, Seboko, live to us from the Northwest. Thank you.